I absolutely love playing Mexican Train and dominoes in general. So I want to give you a quick overview on how to play Mexican Train. So if you're familiar with dominoes at all, basically you take the different dominoes and like you got this one, which is a 6x6, and you're going to take another 6 and have it match up with it. Okay, you can do it like that, like that. Okay, with Mexican dominoes, you're going to start out with the hub, which is right here, and the highest domino matchup that is available is what goes in the center to begin with. So if you're playing with a traditional domino set, it's going to be the 6x6 right here. So that's going to go right in the center, just like that. Okay, and you can play up to 8 players. I typically will play with 4 players, and whatever's in the center here, that's your starting spot. Okay, and so when you branch off of it, in front of you, you're going to lay down, and you have to lay down something that matches. So that one is a 6x6. So you're going to need something that has a 6 on it. And you'll just take that one, like this one is a 6x1, and you're just going to place it right there. Your very first play of each round, you can make your train, that's what that's called. You can make it as long as you want. The important thing is that it always needs to connect to the dots that are on the other side. So if this is the first one, it's going to be a 6 and a 1, which means in order for me to play off this, I have to have a 1 and something else. And so that's the first thing you're going to do. When you do your first play, you can make your train as long as you want. After that, you can play 1 domino. And you'll start out with a set number of dominoes in front of you, depending on the player count. So let's say that you've got 7 in front of you, and then all the extras are pushed off to the side, and they're called the boneyard, and they're all face down so people can't see what it is. And that's what you're going to draw from when you can't play a domino. And so you're just going to keep playing off of that. And if you can't make a play on your particular train, then you're going to take your train, just depending on your set, it's going to be plastic piece, it might be metal piece, it might be wooden, but it's a little train, and you put it on, and that means that it's an open train, which means anybody can play on it, which also means if anybody else has an open train, you can play on theirs. So why is it called Mexican Train? Well, because no matter how many players you have, you can always have one Mexican train going, which a Mexican train is basically an offshoot. It's a separate train. So again, going back to the basics, going back to the original setup. So if this is mine, if my train is going off of here, I can start a Mexican train going off of this spot, wherever there's an open spot. So if someone's sitting here, then I can put one here. And anybody can play on the Mexican train. The Mexican train is always open. So that's a real brief way on how to play Mexican Train. So what you do is again, you start out with whatever the highest one is. In a base, it's going to be a 6x6. If you have a double 15 set, well, then it's going to be 15x15, etc. And you're going to keep playing until either someone is all out of dominoes or nobody can play a domino. And once you do that, then you just add up the points and you write down those points for that round. Then the next round, you take whatever that domino was in the center, so in this case a 6x6, and now I'm going to find the 5x5, and whoever has that 5x5 is the one that's going to start. So if nobody has it, then you keep drawing until somebody finds the 5x5. So that's how you play, and you play all the way until it gets to the 0x0 or the blank by blank. So that's a real brief way on how to play Mexican domino. It's a whole lot of fun. Whoever has the least amount of points at the end is the winner. We have a blast with this in our family, so I absolutely recommend Mexican Domino.